Another one would be to never, ever, 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 ever take out them goddamn student loans. Never.
Oh, girl. You are listening to a Trip to India podcast, the podcast where women inspire women to dream big. Tonight, I have Miss Nicki Elle, the CEO of Sincerely Yours Lingerie. She is also the voice of female sexual empowerment, a wife, and to add a little sauce, a MILF, not with the I, but with the Y, and I'm gonna let y'all figure that out on your own. Thank you. Thank you for participating, Nicki.
Thank you for having me. It is an honor.
Is there anything that I left out? Because we celebrate everything on here, okay?
Well, I do hold a master's degree in education.
Go
So
ahead. That's
it's a
something to be
little,
proud of.
yeah, it's a little opposite of, what I have going on here, of course.
Well, that's fine. We're real multifaceted on this channel. I like to say that because it's true. Also, I want to make sure that we're in a comfortable environment. So, what I do is I start off by having a game. I like to break the ice that way. So, we're going to do 3 rounds of 2 truths and a lie. And I
Are you
have to.
also going to be giving me 2 truths and a lie too?
Shit, I didn't think about that. I can.
Yeah.
We'll do that as a bonus round.
Okay.
So, okay, so to break the ice, since you didn't ask me to do it, maybe I'll start. Okay, let me think.
Not so easy.
I got it. I got it. Oh, okay. So, my favorite liquor is tequila. I have a pet turtle, and I love catfish.
So I would say that the lie is the turtle.
Wrong. Her
Oh.
name is Flo. I love her so much. She's actually at my mom's house. I had to get up out of here because I didn't want to get evicted. They said we couldn't have no pets, like none, no fish, no nothing, anything as a companion. If it wasn't a service dog, I couldn't have it. But I'm allergic to catfish. I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
It's sad because I know how good it is.
Very sad. It's really good with like spaghetti.
I know that's a Chicago thing. You know, they're going to talk about us on here. Living in Atlanta, whenever anybody brings that up, they're like, why do you guys eat fish with your spaghetti? I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do. They just
Yeah.
do regular fish fries.
Boring.
Exactly. So let's get into you. I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm
I don't
ready.
know if I should start off with the fun or like kind of like build up then,
Spice it up.
anticipation.
Spice it up.
Okay. So 2 truths and a lie. I never been out of the country. I'm into fitness and I'm starting to shoot for fun.
So you never been out of the country?
Oh, how did you know? Yes, I've never been out of the country.
Because I can
That
see
was
you
too
shooting for
easy.
fun. I can see you shooting for fun. That's the thing. That's so funny. Even though I would not expect that from you, but you already surprised me with your with your lingerie and toy store. So
Mhm.
I can see you dabbling into shooting for fun.
But
But
why? Don't look aggressive.
no, because I did it before too. And I think like
Okay.
anybody that tries it eventually likes it.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Depends. It might scar you for life or you're gonna love it. It's a hit or miss. But that's
For sure.
crazy. So have you yeah, you've been out of state before, right?
I have been out of the state before, but now I have my passport. I definitely want to get into traveling outside of the country now. Hopefully this
Yes.
year with
Go
COVID
ahead,
and stuff. Hopefully.
passport. Sadly, I do not have my passport yet. I know, but I'm getting it this year. I am.
Yeah,
I promise.
you should.
Okay. So, and I knew that you were into fitness because on your Facebook group you talked about it.
Oh
And on
yeah.
Facebook you was talking about how you was getting back in shape too.
Yeah, I thought about the stand myself.
Girl, I need that. I need your type of motivation. Okay, let's go to round 2.
All right. So I had my first child at 15. I was pregnant twice in college. Or I married my college sweetheart.
Okay, I was at the wedding. Very briefly, but I was there. But you said you had your first kid at 15.
That was it.
But I was there. So hold on. You got pregnant twice in college?
That is the truth.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I was right. I know you didn't have a baby at 15.
Right. I did
I
not
knew
have a
that.
child at 15. No.
Oh, okay. Now that's cool. Okay. And you and your husband, y'all are so cute to me.
Oh, thank you.
I love you. Oh, okay. And then off 2, round 3. Now I'm scared because what's this? Is this steamy? What's happening?
I mean, we are like trying to get comfortable, so why not
Okay.
just all right. So I'm into bondage. I'm a swinger, or I like to be on top. I'm afraid of your answer.
I know, right? Because I feel like at this point, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Who likes to be on top? No, I'm just playing. Well, at least give me like a 2-minute max. Like you gave good tips on being on top, so that has to be true. Right?
Yes.
That's one true.
That is true.
Okay. Wait, what was the other one?
I'm
You into bondage?
Oh yes, I am.
So like what kind, like with ropes or like
No, not with anything with knots. More of like Velcro for now.
okay.
So it's like
Okay.
the beginning stages of maybe one day into ropes with knots, but no.
50 Shades of Nicki. Okay, I see it. And then I was like, I don't know. And she explored the swinger side. Yeah, I don't know.
No, definitely not.
Okay. I'm like, damn,
No.
girl, you didn't graduated, didn't you?
All right. Nope, I'm still crawling on my
I
forearms.
understand. But for someone that does want to dibble dabble in bondage, what do you say for like a vanilla person, somebody that's scared but they want to test it out?
I would say start off slow, of course. Make sure you have your safe words when things are becoming too uncomfortable for you.
Pineapples.
Some pineapples, apples, something. I would say start off with blindfolding first, so you can build up that trust with them, and then gradually move towards like being tied up or using Velcro, where you can just easily wiggle yourself out of certain positions.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I told you I almost suffocated once, right?
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. It was very like, I had an anxiety attack almost because it was the
What
pillow.
did you use?
It wasn't even about what we used. It was the fact that he thought that he was supporting me with a pillow. So like my face is down and like you can only go like so. I was panicking. That's what it was. I was panicking. I don't even think I gave it a real chance because I was like having to like gasp for air by moving my
Oh my goodness.
head exactly, and then that just threw me off, and I was just like, okay, let go.
Was he just holding your hair down or something?
My arms were tied, yeah.
Okay.
And I had a blindfold on. Yeah.
Keep your head turned, never down.
Right. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I do
No.
better. I do better.
And don't put the pillow on your face, put it on your chest.
Smart. I really think that I was just freaking out. Like, I just think the whole thing just threw me off. Like, yeah. But I'm so glad. Do you feel comfortable right now?
Yeah.
Feel a little warmed up?
I'm a little introverted, so
It's okay. Do you have your glass of wine?
I do.
Cheers. Okay, so here is when we get into our topic of the day. So I do want to reiterate the reason why I started a Trip to India podcast. I wanted to create a place where we can have real conversations about like the beginning stages of trying to get any idea or goal career wise off the ground. Because I feel like the hardest step is the first step. So, and then sometimes even before the first step, the hardest step is even knowing what you want to do in the first place. So I figured if I brought a lot of variety of women who do different things in different industries and they all just talk about like what took place for them to even go this route, it might spark some inspiration for the ladies that are watching. So you are into e-commerce and you are an entrepreneur. You've
That is
also
correct.
done it with not only with your toys and your lingerie, but you've also done it as a makeup artist as well. Some people don't like to like some people when they think of entrepreneurs, they don't really think of makeup artists, but that's really what y'all are.
Hmm.
So if I'm somebody that is on the fence of wanting to become an entrepreneur, what's something that you think is like a necessity to consider before anything? Like regardless if it's mental or something like a step or, anything.
I would say first and foremost, it's not for the weak, because you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. So definitely don't get into being an entrepreneur if you are the one that's going to be like, okay, I have to reach a certain amount of sales or a certain amount of clients, and when you don't, you just like give up. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely not for the weak at all. It's definitely not for the cheap.
Ooh.
You're gonna be using your own money, because it's really hard to establish business credit.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely not for the cheap at all. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be spending a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get like a huge return if you actually put yourself, out there to selling, what you're selling or being who you are. Do not follow trends at all. Because as you
Right.
can see, everybody's selling lashes, everybody's selling these cheap clothes.
Yeah.
So do not follow trends at all. Be a trend,
Mm-hmm.
which is so funny. But that is
What?
funny. Because that just made me think of like a situation I just ran into like last week where another lady decided that she wanted to sell lingerie, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like the exact same lingerie with the same exact name. So
What?
it was like super puzzling because like it took me like 2 months to come up with these names for these lingeries. So how
Mm-hmm.
do you come up with the same set with the same name?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, don't follow the trends, be a trend.
But that's also
um,
a warning too, because be prepared for someone to try to steal your idea.
yeah, and it's gonna happen. But it's
Mm-hmm.
all about, like I said, how you deliver.
Right. They can imitate, but they are not you. So I can see that.
Yeah. More keys is your audience is not the people you know. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to support you. They're going to share and they're going to like your pages, but your audience is not for the people that you know. It's for people that beyond that. You want to be bigger than your circle. You want to expand to people of different races, religions, economic status, all of that.
You want to know what's one of my pet peeves on
But
Facebook?
what is that?
It's specifically Facebook because it's the only time I see it. So you have like a cousin, a friend, or just somebody that you just been Facebook friends for a minute, and 1 week or 1 month out the blue, they have a business idea. They put it out, and it's just been 1 week or 2 weeks. And they've been saying, like, y'all come support me. I got this new t-shirt line. I'm just say t-shirt line as an example. I got this new t-shirt line or whatever. Y'all come, back or share or like or whatever. And then 2 weeks after that, they do a rant. Man, that's why you can't trust family, you can't trust friends, and nobody to really support you. And I'm thinking, like, first of all, why did you? It sounded like you was entitled,
Mm-hmm.
and two, like you said, focus on your audience. They're not even your target audience. Like you said, they're gonna be there. Some of them gonna support just to support, but you really are looking for your group of people that like your stuff specifically. And not everybody in your circle is gonna be that. And if you only came up with this just so you can get money out of your family and friends, then you in the wrong game. And don't
That's for sure.
because don't nobody really, for one, you didn't establish, like, some people want to see if you take it seriously first. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you, like, I really went through something where,
Me too. My husband.
yeah,
I had to really show him that I was serious. It
yeah,
wasn't for him to take me serious. So.
yeah. But I've also been on the other end where, like, I've had family members mad at me, like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't share or nothing, and you see I'm trying to do this or whatever, and blah blah blah. And then they don't even have it no more 3 or 4 months later. It's like, well, this is why we wasn't really like, we got to see. It's not that you have to prove anything to your family. It's just like your focus shouldn't even be on them. Like, if
Right.
that's all that it takes for you to give up, then this ain't it.
And they're going to be the main ones asking for discounts. It's like, can I get a family
Yeah.
discount? Like, do you walk into the same store that that I have the same materials with that ask for a discount? No,
Mm-hmm.
no discount. Pay the full price or go somewhere else.
And don't be coming to me with designer on asking for no discount.
For sure.
Coming to me with no $400 belt on asking for a discount. I'm just saying. No, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. But I want to share one more
Okay.
because people think just because you want to be an entrepreneur that you are not supposed to have a 9 to 5 or that
Mm.
having a 9 to 5 is just something so negative. I work a 9 to 5, okay, but at the same time I also like put my business out there. Like when I'm working my 9 to 5, I'm also working my Sincerely Yours, lingerie,
Mm-hmm.
intimates, and toys as well. So don't tell my supervisor that, but yeah, I definitely be at work working for
Yeah.
myself. You got to. So 9 to 5 is okay. Being an entrepreneur, that's okay. Doing both at the same time, that's perfect. Ching, let's go.
Mm-hmm. I think what you touching on is about why you really doing this.
Mhm.
Like, do you want the lifestyle or do you really care about what you're trying to sell or whatever? And it's okay if you have a little bit of both, but like the ones that try to like talk people down and stuff like that, like thinking that they too good to have a 9 to 5, you gotta do, how you gonna, like you said, you can't be cheap. So how are you going to supplement your business idea if you have nowhere to get income from?
Mhm.
Maybe we need like, so I think it's two things. It's like you have to be a little bit crazy because you have to believe in your dream to the point where you know that you're going to make some M's out of this. Like you just have to. And I don't think that's a little crazy because it's feasible, but it's just like you got to see your stuff bigger than other people see it, but you also have to be real about the situation. You should not expect to sell out of like your whole store within like 2 months or whatever. You know what I mean? Some people
Yeah.
put it out there. It can happen for some people, but that's just like not a normal thing.
Right.
I'm with that.
Especially when you are, an introvert like me. Like me, I don't
Mm-hmm.
be on social media for attention. I don't post myself up half naked. I don't do funny things at all.
Mm-hmm.
So for a person just like me who's an introvert and they're just like a regular person, they cool everybody, populars, nerds, all that. It may be a little harder compared to people who are super popular on the internet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely don't ever give up. Because like every entrepreneur, they're gonna have the good days and the bad days. I definitely had my bad days where I felt like I wanted to give up, but I just kept going. Last month in January is probably was like the best I ever did with my sales.
Yay.
And I came, I started this in August, so think
Mm-hmm.
about it. August, January is the best month I ever had. Things just, it's all about how you put yourself out there at the end of the day.
So what do you do when you are at the point where you want to give up? Do you have a ritual? Do you have a mantra? Or like, yeah, what do you do? Do you do anything?
So, what I would do, well, what I have done, I'm pretty much try to be optimistic about my future. I don't like to dwell too much on the negative things, especially right now as I get older. I feel like, it is what it is. Um, so whenever I'm having like a bad month, I mean, I just keep promoting, keep promoting. If I know that this item is not doing so well, I pass on to the next person. Like, here you go. Are you interested in buying my
Hmm.
my products wholesale? And that's out the way. Make room
Oh,
for
that's
more to
smart.
come in. So yeah, it's all about business.
You're really smart. That's smart. I would never thought of that. I would have been in a house full of boxes.
I'll pass it out to somebody else who's in the same industry, and
Yeah.
they probably need like more quality, and that's basically a door that you just open for them. You feeding them, putting food on their table.
And you
It
made
don't
another stream for you.
right, and it don't hurt to help somebody under the
Mhm.
same roof as you. So don't feel like you just have to be the greedy one. Like, no, this is mine. This is mine. Nobody else.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So
Because
I
at the end of the day,
do,
it's all about you and what you put out there. So,
right. Only you could do that anyway.
hmm
So since you brought up a little bit of what you do with like low inventory, what about the beginning stages? Like, do you recommend that before you sell anything that you need a LLC first? Or do you think that it's okay to just start selling like small pieces first and then do what you need to do to back it up? Like, what do you think?
I think that's a great question because you can make money with a LLC and you can make money without it. A LLC is basically something that it's like it's for like tax purposes, and I feel like you would need a LLC if you are out here getting business loans or
Mm,
business credit. So that LLC is just like its own identity within itself, and if you have an LLC, it's good because if you're not doing somewhere where you can't pay back these loans or you can't pay back these credit cards, they can't come after you and who you are as an individual person.
oh,
Um, but yeah, having an LLC, I feel like you should just make that decision on your own.
it's
But it's
like an
really based off,
insurance policy.
yeah, that's basically what it is. It protects you and your assets. But that's only if you're out here getting these loans underneath this
Mm-hmm.
business and you're getting these credit cards that you know like your business is not doing so great that you won't be able to pay back. Because if you can't pay that back, you don't have an LLC, they're coming after you and who you are. So they can take your house, they can take your car, they can take your check. So it's all
True.
up to what you decide.
And I guess, okay, so I don't know if you know the answer to this, but it just popped into my head because of that. Does it also like protect if somebody wants a refund or something like that? Or like if something just goes wrong, they're not liable to sue you as a person as well. They can only sue this entity.
So when you think about an LLC, like I said, it's more based off like your taxes and whether or not you take out loans and for your business or you take out like credit card limits and things like that. Having an LLC does not protect you against individuals suing you for something that you have sold them.
Okay. What are like the mental side effects of this entrepreneur roadship that you're on?
The mental side effect. I mean, is really just sometimes it can affect your overall confidence
Mm.
about what you can achieve. Um, it can also just affect like you just being so busy. Like today, I knew that I had a podcast to do. I knew I had to work.
Booked and
I,
busy. No, no.
I know I had kids, and then on top of that, I got orders to fulfill, and it's just like it's kind of stressful. Like I thought to myself, like, man, I need me an assistant to come over here and
Mhm.
set up my ring light, do my makeup, and things like that. So I mean, it's stressful, of course, but it's good stress because you getting something out of it, whether it's like your purpose or okay, maybe I gotta go, or just filling your pockets or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's
I'm
it's
glad you brought up your kids though, because I feel like I will have a lot of young mothers and mothers in general that'll be watching it. And do you think that sometimes that can make someone feel like because they have a kid that they have like another roadblock, if that makes sense. Like it makes them harder to do things. Is that like a myth or is that a real thing?
I would say that's definitely a fact, but I also feel like that's just a mind thing. But then again, I can't really speak for single mothers, and I'm sorry to say that because I'm not a single mother. I do
Mm-hmm.
have the help and that support from my husband.
But that's what I'm
I
saying,
don't
like mothers in general,
mothers in
regardless if
general.
they're single or not, because you still have the responsibility to watch your child. Um, like you're juggling your 9 to 5 and you have two businesses slash side hustles. Would you say side hustles or two businesses? Are they the same?
I would say no, because I don't treat my side hustles as side hustles. I
Okay.
would, unless it's the makeup thing, like that's just a side thing that I'm doing. But my main business, Sincerely Yours, is definitely my business. It's not a side hustle at
And so
all.
you're juggling those things plus your kids. But like you said, you do have help from your husband. So I guess that does help with like the day-to-day hassles, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it being a problem, though. I mean, because from somebody like me who got pregnant their freshman year in college,
Mm-hmm.
I did think like, damn, like, am I going to be able to go back? But I did it. I got pregnant again during my senior year of college. It was a little tough for me too again. On top of just getting back into, well, not even getting back into, just started back like working out. At first I used to come up with excuses why I couldn't do it because of my kids.
I ain't
But
even
it's
got
all
kids.
about
And I got the excuses right now.
it's just all about just setting that schedule, finding ways around that, find somebody that can be there to help you, support you, get through those those roadblocks that you think that may be in the way of you achieving your dreams. So
Yeah, I can relate without having kids. Not
mm-hmm.
that part, but just the mental part of like when you really want something. And I think that's when you realize what your passion is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why I want to encourage women to just like try all things. Like, don't just limit yourself to what's hot. Like you said, don't follow trends. Like, just because a lot of women making money selling lashes right now or whatever else that people are doing, their boutiques, and not saying that you shouldn't get into it, only if you're really into it. But like once you're ready, it has to be like a mental energy shift and you're gonna be like laser focused on it. It's gonna be kind of addictive because that's how I kind of feel with this podcast. Before I didn't even like a year ago, a year and a half ago, I didn't think about doing podcasts. I was just thinking about doing YouTube. Did a few episodes of YouTube, don't really like it. Even though this is going on YouTube, but I enjoy talking about real things and I didn't want to become gimmicky, if that makes sense. I want to talk about something that I was passionate about. But yeah, you have to like do a whole energy shift in order to know that no matter what, there is no excuses. You're not even allowing excuses to like form because you know
Right.
what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to build that generational wealth and examples for those people underneath
Yeah.
me, like my nieces, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that's a good motivational boost. So I'm gonna have a reflection moment. What is the advice that you would give to your 18-year-old self?
That's funny that you say that because we just had this same exercise in work.
Really?
Yeah. What I would tell my 18-year-old self is to definitely take your time when making a decision, because when you jump into things right away, it definitely affects your future. Um, Another one would be to never, ever, 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 ever take out some goddamn student loans. Never.
Oh, girl. I wish I knew another way. You have no
Yes.
idea. Like, but at least I didn't do it private. But yeah, keep going. I'm sorry. You hit me though with that one.
No, that was it. That was definitely my two because I am so mad that SIU is now offering free classes, like free tuition basically to people who meet like a certain income. And I know back in 2011, my family met that income. And here I am about $60,000 in debt due to SIU because we couldn't afford it. I had to help a bunch of loans underneath my name. Then I'm like, okay.
Man. So we are at the shameless plug moment. Do you have any like deals going on, specials?
You can definitely find me on Facebook and Instagram at Sincerely Yours Lingerie. Um, that is where like I post all my promotions, all my discounts, things like that. You keep up with me with new products. I'm also on Clubhouse under Nicki Elle. I don't really befriend too many people on Facebook, but it just depends. Maybe I accept your friend's request or not. But you
Or
can definitely
if
find.
you're a woman, join the group.
Oh yeah, definitely. That is what is that group? Sincerely Yours Pleasure. There we go. We
Yeah.
talk about a lot of good things in there. I feel like I post a lot of educational stuff when it comes to like your sexual health, sexual empowerment, all those things in that group that you can definitely learn from. Um, Another thing that I'm going to be working on in March is I'm going to be searching for models. I'm going to be searching for models during the end of the spring, early summer. I
In what
pretty much,
area?
I was going to say that. The Chicagoland area, of course, would be great. Um, Depending on, I hate to say this, and I hate to be that person, but depending on your demeanor, I would say, or your vibe, I would consider you as a model if you are out of state. Another big thing that I'm going to be working on is I'm going to start hosting toy parties. Yes.
We
So
love a good toy party.
I'm going to have my very first toy party that is going to be thrown by me March 27th in Chicago, Illinois. Tickets are going to be $50 per person. The $50 is going to include an adult toy, premium drink ticket, live fun entertainment. That's going to include just basically just being able to like see demonstration of how things work, such as like the toys, the oils, different positions and stuff that you could do with your significant other. So I'm really looking
Yes.
forward to that party, and yeah, I hope you guys join me.
Oh, I really love how you are like developing and elevating your brand, your company. You as a woman, Nikki, you got it together. I mean, you probably know, but like you got it, girl.
Thank you.
I think we should always feel confident enough to brag on who we are and don't feel like we gotta just, I mean, that's a way to be humble, but it's okay to be proud of the things that you do. And you were doing it. And I can't wait. Hopefully I can come to one of the toy parties.
So yeah, I definitely appreciate that. That means a lot to me because I feel like I know I probably looked like I had it all together back then, but yeah, I did not. So I definitely came a long way, and it's definitely a long way to go. So yeah, I definitely appreciate those words.
Well, you carry yourself well, regardless if you really had it together or didn't. Just like we all are in this world. So, if there's anything that we did learn on this episode, we learned we can't be cheap, right?
Not cheap at all.
You said make sure that it's not for the weak.
Not for the week.
Also, if you plan on getting business loans and credit, an LLC is very good for like a protection for the if you just so happen to not be able to fulfill your debts within that, they will not come for you individually, it will be for your entity, your business entity. What else would I say that we learned today? I think the biggest thing I got from it was like really just the beginning of it, like don't be cheap. It's not for the weak. An LSC can be helpful. And then that's pretty much where I got from it. We was having a good time, so I'm drinking my stuff. So
Mine is like almost empty.
yes, I know. If it wasn't frozen, I probably wouldn't have,
Yeah. We forgot to point out that your audience is not your family or
I
your
knew
friends.
I knew there was like something that was like really good that I really wanted somebody to take from that because it is a pet peeve of mine. Your family is not your target audience. We
Mhm.
repeat, your family is not your target audience. I said that so wrong. Target audience.
Yes,
Yes, that was the
and
biggest one.
don't come up with excuses on why you
Yeah,
can't. I always think about what you can do.
because it's gonna be bumps in the road anyway. You have bumps in the road in your real life anyway.
Definitely.
And you don't, I mean, never mind. I ain't gonna keep it going. But yeah, some people do want to give up. But for the most part, you keep on trucking. But I want
Hmm.
to thank you again, Miss Nikki.
Thank you,
Love
India, for
you.
having me. Love you
I'm
too.
really proud of you.
Thanks.
And also for my listeners, thank you again for listening to a Trip to India podcast. If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Whether you're watching me on YouTube or you're listening to me on Spotify or Apple or whatever else Anchor has distributed me on. Thank you. And follow me on Instagram as well and join the conversation at a Trip to India podcast. And please do not be shy. Email me your questions that you might have about any step, well, just the beginning part of becoming anything that you were thinking about in any industry. I will gladly find the person that can answer that question for you because sometimes I might not have the answers, but I'll find them for you. Regardless of that, thank you.
All right. Thank you.